Have you ever caught yourself on spending money on things you don't actually need? Or saying yes to things you also don't know why you said yes? And at the end of the day, you find yourself exhausted with zero energy and even don't knowing why you did that. If so, let's clarify and define only one mindset shift that can focus you on things that you really need, and also that will help make you decision if you wanna do that or spend money, time on this thing or not. Let's go together and see what we can do here. My name is Kalina Trush and I'm working about 10 years in IT corporate and about 5 years on self-development journey. I realized that journey makes more sense than even the final goal, because the whole journey fills my life. So I started romanticizing work, study, and everything in between, and making my life better, paying attention to systems, processes I set up and I have in my environment. So let's proceed working together and step by step making our life better. Actually, a few years ago, I got a huge insight from my teacher. She told us to change the word waste, spend, in Ukrainian it is the same word, into invest. Each time I want to use it in my mind or saying it to someone else. It looks like really stupid, silly, I don't know, like what is the difference between that? But then, working on that, I realized how it changed my life at all. Then, before making each decision, I started saying to myself, like, why I want to invest this money? What is the inventions? What is my benefits from that? And that helped me to make a lot of decisions in my life. Also, that cleared my head in order to understand like why I'm doing this and what is my benefits and if it's what I wanted in the long run. So let's define how it works, how it can be useful for you in your everyday life. Looking into 3 main resources, they are kind of related, like time, money and energy, and see how a small mindset shift can make a difference in all these 3 areas. Money. Let's start from looking into the topic from money perspective. Let's take the easiest example that can happen with us on an everyday basis: buying a coffee. Sometimes I don't realize why I'm going to a cafe, buy an overpriced coffee, having all the coffee machine at home. And I know that I can make coffee even better than in some coffee shops. So sometimes I realize that it's a waste of time because I have no answer. I just tired. I wanna go for a walk and have to have a reason why I'm doing that. I love it myself. And then I realized that sometimes it's different. Sometimes I'm so in the mood, I'm going to my work and I really need that boost of energy, mood, etc. And I'm making decisions that I invest this amount of money in my mood, in my energy, and after that I'm going to my work and will monetize my energy, my mood, putting and investing it into my project and getting a salary after that. So I define my returns. My returns is productive work after that. And if it works or not, I will be able to see that. But sometimes you cannot answer why you are doing this. Like with me, when I went to a coffee just like for loving myself going out. This is a great opportunity to see these blind spots in our mental behavior, like in my case. So at first you can understand what's going on, which is like really honest approach to yourself. Another thing, maybe you can go deeper with your psychotherapist in order to understand what is the root cause of you doing that when you don't realize why you putting your money, efforts on this thing. Or third, you realized why, like in my case, and then allow yourself, like in my case, to go for a walk just without any goals, just like to clear your head. Great approach, really simple, but great, like stopping using spend, waste, and using more of an invest word. Help me to be focused on my benefits and understand if that's benefits actually in focus from of my goals and my area on my values. So, for example, it helps me from buying books that I won't read, from buying courses that I won't be able to finish, but sometimes it happens still with me. Stops me from something impulsive. Like overall, it's also good to understand that not all our investment for productivity, for investment, like buying expensive phone for YouTube vlog or something else. Sometimes we invest into our mood or our resource because our resource, our mood is the basement of it. But sometimes it's not really it. It's kind of substitution of emotion. And this is the way that gives you a lot of clarity and that gives you a power of choice that you can make. And the last example in money section, in order to maybe protect this energy storage, in order not to be too productive sometimes, not to be so hard on yourself, with the case when I really feel exhausted and I have in the morning, for example, exercise session with my coach, I have Polish lessons, and I need to do that before my work. So when I feel exhausted, I don't just cancel it, because after it I will feel guilty, and also I will feel guilty for losing opportunities to learn something, for losing money because I won't get refund because it was the short notice. And now I'm still doing it when I want, but the huge difference is that I define that I'm buying this time for myself from recovery. I'm investing this money in order to use this time for me to be recovered. What is the difference between just canceling and investing time, money into recovery? The biggest difference is that when I just cancel it and feel guilty and trying to substitute this feeling, and I could just like lie on the bed and scroll in my social media, which won't make me more energized. But when I define that I buy, I feel this power, I'm buying this time for me to recover. I go for a walk, I do some yoga at home, I do something else that will help me recover, because my focus into my investment into recovery, because I want to get these benefits. I realize why I'm doing here, and this is a huge difference. Time. The same approach we should use this time, and for me personally it turned out to be the greatest thing from this mindset shift, because before that I treated my time for granted, just like I have it and I will have it always. I know I read a lot of books for productivity and I know that time is the most valuable thing we have, but to be honest, maybe it's only for me and a few of my friends, but when you are young, it's really hard to truly understand that. But using that mindset shift, you started treating your time as a valuable investment, something that you should invest into something. And that made the whole of difference in my mind, because after that I actually treat my time more valuable. It's valuable asset, and I understood that it has some limitation. I don't have like endless time. I have some like defined time in week, in a day, in a month, in a life. So, and this is the greatest thing. And as for that, I would like to highlight 3 things for a time that you should understand, as for any other investments that you can make. So first of all, each investment should have a goal. Why you are doing it? What is your benefit? What you want to get at the end of the day? And I will give you a simple example that happened to me like recently. Some friends of my friends came to me and asked for a project management consultancy. First, my intention was to say yes, because it's kind of interesting that you are so valuable that someone wants to ask you for an opinion. Also, it's great things because you want to help people, etc. But when you have another valuable things for you, like your hobby, your health, your boyfriend, your family, your job, your pet project, etc., probably you won't have enough time in order to share with everyone your knowledge, your time, etc. So I put for myself, okay, I really want to help this person. Let's see what I can do, but define why. What is my benefit? And I defined for myself my personal goal. So I wanted to test some coach approaches that I would like to monetize in the future. So I agreed with that. So that helped define me why I'm interested in this as well. But the only thing that I would like to say that when someone asks for your help or etc., it's really important to be open. I'm kind of like helping people because I believe that someone will help me one day. But unhealthy thing here is that when someone asks you for help and you dedicate your time for that, like at work, for example, I'm not talking about some urgency or short-term help for your friend, of course, but if you don't know this person from work, etc., you should realize that you should not expect the same from this person if you haven't discussed that, because it's kind of set wrong expectation. Maybe this person doesn't think so, and you will become a victim of your own expectation. So for example, if you are doing that and please, if you expect the same thing from this person later, please tell it and define it before you start. If not, if you cannot or something, then define why you are doing that. Maybe it's for personal brand, maybe it's for interest in why people, what is the problem currently on the market, and it's kind of in scope of your research, etc. Another thing, this is the greatest thing for me personally, like how much I'm ready to invest to be okay with what I'm getting at the very end. So in point 1, we defined what will be our benefit. Like for me, for example, some experience for coaching approaches. Okay, I wanna get this experience and use it later at my activities that I will monetize. But like if, for example, I will spend a few hours on that, will be that beneficial investment or not? So in my case, I defined that I'm ready to invest 1 hour for free in order to get that experience and help that person. My surprise was that it was actually helpful not only for me, but to the person I defined this limitation. Because earlier, when I didn't limit my time, person just like wasn't ready and came back and forth with all others question, etc. And in this question, I haven't heard any like systematic approach. But when I said to the person that I will invest into that 1 hour, this person appreciated that first, started valuing it because I'm valuing it. Because you should understand, if you won't value your time, no one else will value it. So I started valuing my time, this person started valuing my time, I felt appreciation, but the most important thing, that this person also felt that this time, this opportunity to talk with me is limited. And at this point of time, this person was prepared. He did research, he prepared questions, he was structured, and this 1 hour was really productive, not only for me, but for him as well. So please define, as for it, for example, if it were money and you invested, you define like if you like how much you are ready to invest, I don't know, in Apple stocks or something. So the same with time, how much you wanna invest your time in order to look at this as a beneficial investment for you. And the third one, compare your benefits that you are going to get with your values and your goals. Because we have limited times. And of course, like in this example, it would be great for me to get this experience for some future, maybe in a year, in half in a year, I will or not do consultancy, and that could be or could not be helpful for me. If I have some resources for that, I can invest and move on. But if on my plate I have another goals and I see that they are really important and I don't have any free time, like investment into my relationship or into my work, or for example, I'm preparing to some certifications and I need more time, and I do realize that it's great, it could be a great opportunity, but for the time being I have to say no because I have another priorities. So define if these benefits aligned with your priorities, with your goals that you currently have. And the third dimension is energy. I know that basically energy, it's kind of almost the same with money and time, but sometimes I have time, I have opportunity in money perspective, and I really see some benefits. But let's imagine the case that your friend asked you for work or party or something that will be at the evening, but in the morning in the early morning you have your schedule, like in my case exercises, Polish language, working on my pet project, etc. So like for me, for example, I usually tend to say yes because I really love my friends, I spend consciously time with them, I invest my time and efforts into these relationships as well. But like I do understand that I have limited energy for everything. So I do have time at the evening, but I won't be able then at the morning to do all other stuff that I schedule. I won't be able to see this friend, and I really value our relationship, and I know that next time I will see this friend in a few months, etc. I do realize that I'm ready for this time, like invest this energy and efforts in this meeting. But if I have another opportunity to do this, like in these 3 days, on weekends, etc., I will prioritize my schedule because I know what is my priority. I know what is important for me personally, and I do care about these priorities. And I do understand that yes, I have time today in the evening, I can switch something, but I do realize that I won't be able to do all the stuff that's really important for me and that really lead me to my prioritized goals in the morning, and I won't be able to do them. So then it helps me to make decision. It's okay to choose yourself and say no this time. Yes, sometimes this is some opportunities, but when you say no to this opportunity, you select consciously what is most important to you. So you can start being investor even today and start analyzing what you invest and how you manage your time, money, and energy. And the greatest thing about this is that you can start doing it even from now. The only thing that it needs to be practiced. And I'm sure that in 2 weeks you will see some difference or have really cool insight. So if you have some cool insight, please share in comments. But I would like to ask you for 2 things to do. First thing, try intentionally change word when you think or when you talk about change from waste spend to invest. This is the first thing. And see how it's going on, if you understand why you invest, what is benefits of your investment, etc. And the second thing, like if you like the first one, please try to write down your valuables, what is the most important things that you have. Try to limit them to 10 and prioritize from 1 to 10, like family, health, money, education, realization, career, travel, I don't know, everything. All people have different approach, and I know if you Google it, if you struggle with that, it's possible to use some instrumentals in order to do that. But if you find it difficult, please let me know and we will talk about values. So why it's important to do? Actually, when you analyze your investment part, this is the first task, and you understand why you invest, where, what is important for you based on the statistic, like practically, not ideally. And then when you think about your values, you will see if your investment are intentional, related to what you want. Because sometimes we wanna be, I don't know, healthy, strong, etc. But we are busy, we are doing important things, but not that one that we are talking about all the time. So just like for that, in order to compare, if your investment puts into something that is really important to you. So thank you guys for your time, for investing your time into my channel. I hope that it was really helpful. Please let me know what you want to discuss next time, and see you in a week.